We have responses, and we start the response of Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries Committee. Honorable Chair for Agriculture.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Honorable Bashir, Chair Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries Committee. Response to statement. Reference made to your letter ref number MCA ALF 1059 regarding status of both Elwak Slaughterhouse and Rhamu Slaughterhouse. Response. Question 1. The department is aware of the condition of Elwak and Rhamu Slaughterhouse. Rhamu Slaughterhouse piping for water has been done, and there was a breakdown of generator pumping water to the tank. The generator is being worked on, and other plans are underway to connect the slaughterhouse with electricity to enable motor being fixed. Elwak Slaughterhouse. The Elwak Slaughterhouse has a shallow well and an open socket pit. The drainage to the two slaughterhouses have problem with waste disposal. The running of the slaughterhouse is collective effort between the Department of Veterinary Service, Public Health Department, and the town administrator. The Public Health Department is to make sure sanitation and waste disposal is done. They have also been doing the meat inspection in Elwak Slaughterhouse. They have not ensured that the disposal of waste is done in the right way at the right time. The waste is to be collected by town administrator, and thus the circular being addressed to the same through data REEF MDR PHSAN Vol 2.
For the honorable members, please, if you are not sitting at the designated seats, you go to committee room 1, please. Honorable Al-Nur, please, you go to committee room 1.
Of 2020. Question number 2. The department is aware of the status of the two slaughterhouses as a main revenue streams in the sub-county. This is made possible by collaboration between the committee, the county treasury, through the officers posted to collect revenue, and the department. Question 3. The two slaughterhouses have been budgeted for in the year 2020-2021 financial year to cater for the small repair of the same that include drainage, sock pit, and waste disposal. As the slaughterhouses are run by different officers from different departments with different functions, the department is in the process of forming a multidisciplinary coordination committee for better collaboration between the department. This is for better communication and to reduce overlaps and duplication in carrying out the different mandates. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, we go to the next statement. Chairperson of Health Services.
Mr. Speaker,
yes,
we have something to say.
Okay, Honorable. Or before we go to the next statement.
Yes.
Fine. That's okay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I want to thank the chairman for agriculture and livestock who having brought the response to the statement that we generated. But, Mr. Speaker, I have the following observation, because one of the slaughterhouse that has been mentioned and responded to is from my ward, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, yes, the Rhamu slaughterhouse is in deplorable condition, as alleged by the chair, and some of the key things that is affecting that slaughterhouse is, one, the camel slab. That was a slaughterhouse that was built many years ago, Mr. Speaker, and it had a small space for camels to be slaughtered there. And one of the predicament of the butchermen in my area is that it has no adequate space for the slaughtering of camels. That is one of the biggest problems that we have there. And it has not been mentioned by the chair. Two, when you have the cattle slab, the cattle slab has to be fenced. That has not been mentioned either. Mr. Speaker, sir, the issue that he said about the water, the piping system is correct. The area is piped to the water system. It has an elevated tank, and it has an underground tank. The water normally goes to the underground water tank. Mr. Speaker, sir, the problem we have is the only generator that is working, as he has clearly stated, is not functional for many months now. And the other problem that he said was that the generator pumping water to the tank. It is not actually to the tank that we have the problem. It is from the tank to the slaughterhouse, Mr. Speaker. We have the water in the tank, but we have no generator because it is malfunctional to pump the water from the tank to the slaughterhouse. That is the problem that we have. Is the opposite that the chairman has actually said. The other problem that he has actually mentioned is for us to get rid of this problem of the generator, it has to be connected to the electricity. And we have a pole which is only some few meters from the slaughterhouse, Mr. Speaker. But what is worrying me is question number 3, Mr. Speaker, if I just refer you there. The 2 slaughterhouses have been budgeted for the year 2020, which is okay, 2021. I applaud him for that. But look at what that budget is going to cover, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, he says, the chairman says, the budget is going to cover only the drainage, the soak pit, and the waste disposal. The key problem that the slaughterhouse has not been catered for in the said budget, Mr. Speaker. And the reason why I asked this question was that I want these issues to be captured in the budget that is before this House. And that the chairman said it's going to only cover the drainage, the soak pit. The soak pit is already there in the case of Rhamu. We have no issue with the soak pit. And the waste disposal, we have no problem with it as Rhamu Slaughterhouse. I don't know of my counterpart for Elwak North. So I feel, Mr. Speaker, that the issues I raised has not been properly addressed by the chair. And I seek for your indulgence, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Adan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I also take this opportunity to thank the chairperson for agriculture for timely response to this statement, that is the Rhamu and Elwak Slaughterhouse that we have problem with. Mr. Speaker, I am the generator of this statement, and I accommodated the member for Rhamu's Slaughterhouse because of the problem that is the same. The one of Elwak and the one of Rhamu has similar problems, Mr. Speaker, and the deplorable condition that the Elwak Slaughterhouse have is the same as the one of Rhamu, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, our only prayer is addressed in question 3, Mr. Speaker, if that will come true, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if that problem of those slaughterhouses can be solved in this year budget, which is 2020 and 2021, which has been laid by my brother, the Right Honorable Minority Leader, before us right now, that budget will going to solve the problem that is faced by our people in Elwak, and the same case for Rhamu, Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I will request the indulgence of the budget chair and the budget committee, if this statement will be locked out of the budget, Madam Speaker, I will request this House to make it real and to be placed in that this year coming budget, Madam Speaker. Having said that, I rest my case. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. My only concern about the statement is question number 3. Madam Speaker, I had also a similar problem of slaughterhouse in Takaba, but such response the ministry gave was not honored. And as the response says that they have catered for this new slaughterhouse in 2021, in 2021 budget. We need to confirm this because, Madam Speaker, what we have seen in such response about slaughterhouses are that is a written response, but in action it doesn't reflect on the budget. So I'm just preempting that these two slaughterhouses might not have been captured in the budget. So we wanted just to defer this statement until and when we see that it is reflected in the budget. But what I want to seek for your direction is that if a department has said that these slaughterhouses are captured on the budget, and then it's not captured on the budget, what is the remedy? What course of action is supposed to be done to this officer who will be lying to this house?
Chairman, Chairperson Agriculture.
I think the statement has been well answered. Honorable Kula is asking about the land, which was not one of the questions in the statement. Expansion of land is not there. So we cannot bring it and put it in the response because it's not there. Kula is not asking about, he said the fencing and those things. So it's not there. On the budget, she said these financial cutters for the small repairs, which includes, that means even the electricity bill can be there, which includes others can be there also. Are you getting? So with me and the committee have found this response is well dead, is up to date. Thank you, Madam.
Honorable Member for Gadut.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think my case is about question 3, especially on the operations and management of slaughterhouse within the county. That the executive said there is going to be a multidisciplinary team to oversee how things will be operated in terms of the slaughterhouse operations, meaning there are several departments that are in terms of core functions related to the operations of the slaughterhouse. Madam Speaker, most of the slaughterhouse within this county are subject to closure due to public health interest and failure by departments to undertake its mandates to ensure that the safety of public health is taken care of. Madam Speaker, I think it is necessary. For sure, it is only that the 2 slaughterhouses has been mentioned in this statement, but the reality on the ground is that several slaughterhouses are on the verge of closure, and it is in the interest of service delivery that at least the status of various slaughterhouses within this county need to be assessed. I think I task the chairman of, in fact, I request in your directions relating to this, so that at least that the agricultural committee to carry out site visits to assess and come up with a comprehensive report regarding several slaughterhouses in this county. With that, I say thank you.
Okay, honorable members, the way I see it, the questions are not adequately answered. especially statement number 3. It's not well answered. So I therefore direct the Chair for Agriculture to respond to it 1 week after recess.